Welcome to the Brad and Taylor Show. Today we have Mary Jo Garascia.
You're listening to The Brad and Taylor Show, a podcast that inspires entrepreneurs to pursue their passions. We're sitting down with some of the best to learn how they got started and some lessons they learned along the way.
Hi, how are you?
Good, I'm doing good, guys. Thanks for including me on the podcast.
Oh, yeah. Yep, no problem at all. Well, let's get this show started. Tell us a little bit, what do you actually do?
Well, I'm a realtor with Berkshire Hathaway Tommy Rains here in East Lansing and having fun taking care of people all over Greater Lansing.
That's awesome. Have you always done real estate, or did you do anything right before real estate?
Well, I've always been in sales since I've been 20 years old.
Oh, nice.
I was in a direct sales company, and back in 1997 was asked to take over a franchise in that business that brought us here from the Detroit area.
Wow.
Okay. When did you start in real estate?
I've been in real estate since January of 06.
Nice. What made you change to doing real estate? What got you? What intrigued you going, I want to go do this?
You know what? I've always wanted to do real estate as the years went on, and we have 3 children. And at the time when we moved out here to, DeWitt areas where we reside, the kids at that time were 2, 6, and 8. And, real estate, you're at people's beck and call, 7 days a week and things. So I waited until the company kind of made a realignment change and embraced the change the first year and realized that I wanted to take my experience in people, sales, and homes and just go in a different direction and really loving it, and kind of took off right from the start. I just needed to learn the paperwork part.
Nice. So when did you get that first transaction? Was it right off the bat?
It wasn't, it was January of 06. And, at the office, they always discouraged you from making cold calls, and they always warned me about the do not call list and picking up the phone. So I was a little reluctant. It took me 6 months to get my first closed deal back then.
Huh.
Was your second one soon to follow after that? Did it kind of just pick up from there? Or was it kind of a slow start getting all of those back to back?
It was soon after that, and I really did get off to a good start. I think the following year in the company, believe it or not, I was number 1 in sales at our office, my first full year in the business.
Huh.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Yeah. That was back in the day, and things certainly changed since then.
Oh, yeah. What is one of the biggest things you've changed since back then? Do you do cold calling anymore? Since you said you discouraged, did you end up doing cold calling back then?
I did. I knocked on doors of for sale by owners. And I just think, the repetitiveness were the cute little things I would leave at people's doors and the phone calls. And I had more listings when I was new, to tell you the truth, than I do now. It's a change of the market, and that being, more a buyer's market, so carried a lot more inventory at that time.
Yeah. Speaking of changing in the market, how did COVID kind of affect your business when you were all shut down? Did you kind of have more time to just take a break, or were you right at it still, making those calls, trying to get the next person lined up?
That's an interesting question. COVID hit our family pretty hard because I lost my mom a year ago, April, to it.
Sorry.
So that was, before we even shut down in Michigan early on. So, we were working from home quite a bit, and I thought it was quite amazing what we could do with the Zoom, with the walkthroughs. You guys helped us even tweak some pictures, I think, at that time, where for sale by owners were taking them there, or not for just
homeowners.
sellers were
Yeah.
taking their own. you manage to get through and pivot with times. And I think we're still doing that. But I do think there's been a lot of good that has came out of it to use technology to enhance the business to run around less. And I'm enjoying that running around less.
Yeah, were you doing a lot of the Zoom calls for the walkthroughs when everything kind of opened back up, or were you doing like a video call at all with the clients? Because I know for a while there was that period where you couldn't walk through the home with everybody. So you probably could go, but the clients who were interested in the home could not.
Yeah. And I'm still using the Zoom
Mm-hmm.
as a way of buyer consultations, and sometimes with sellers, they'll walk you through their homes, even recommending changes and
Yeah.
things to prepare for.
Do you have any advice that you could give to anybody starting out in the business today?
Be patient, persevere, take the pushy out of it, and just take when they say being pushy, just gotta take the P and be persistent and patient.
Yeah. I know, like you mentioned
And
when
I'll,
you first started too, you don't get always your first listing right off the bat, like some people think. You have to work for that, and then it's going to take some time before you can get the ball rolling sometimes. It's not just immediate. So patience is huge.
if you just always take care of the people, the paycheck does come, but people can't think about the commission. You just gotta keep working
Right.
away, and it does come. I have a fellow right now, 10 months, been looking for a house, and we're finally under contract.
Oh, that's
Nice.
exciting. Congratulations
Hmm.
to that seller or the buyer. That's exciting.
Hmm.
Yep. That's a long time though.
That is the
10
long
months.
process of waiting and being patient. I know, kind of when you first started, you said it took a little bit to get the ball rolling, but compared to when you first started to now, you said that you maybe had more transactions to the get-go until now. How did that transition kind of work for you? Was it
Well,
just the slowing or
I
the
kind of
market?
I kept my other job for the first 6 years, so
Okay.
I was working it behind the scenes. So when I was making a transition, I didn't let people know that I was still working full time, because I was doing that on off time. So I, had to get comfortable with the consistent income for the family,
Yeah.
because, we do this business to benefit our families, right? Um, and, it's nice that when you make the transition to go full time, that you can give it your all and work the
Mhm.
hours and the times that you want, and fine tune your own techniques and things.
Yeah, absolutely. Over the last couple of years, what is the worst property you think you've been to? What is the worst showing? Does any of the ones stick out to you the most?
Oh, yeah. Indecent exposure when I hit the door with the clients. A bigger than Barbie doll taped to the door, enter with caution, COVID home. I'm like, oh, we're out of here. So, during the weather conditions, you just have fun with that snow and ice and everything.
Oh
Mm.
yeah. Have you ever been in the home where the pipes have all froze in the
Oh,
winters?
sure.
Yeah.
Sure. When I think about one of the worst properties that I've showed, it was actually a rental house, and I ended up buying it.
Oh
I
wow.
took this home down to the studs, and there was dead cats in the home.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
Oh man. Did you end up flipping that house?
You know what? It was in '08, and it was a bank foreclosure. And, I have 5 investment properties, and to date, that's still my favorite home.
Nice.
When did you start getting into the investment side of everything?
In '07, I remember I was sitting in a business meeting, and they were talking, the market was different back in at that time. and they were talking about investment properties, and I'm thinking, I have no extra money for this. Like, I couldn't do this. And then you just listening to people's ideas on where you do have money and that you can pull from and things. And you just, look at your leaders that are doing it, give a little faith, and um, it just made sense.
How many investment properties do you have today? Do you still have, did you say 6 of them?
Well, there's 6 renters, there's 5
Okay.
roofs. One of
Okay.
them is a duplex.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Nice.
So, and I do enjoy that. I enjoy helping good people that need to rent, and I enjoy knowing the different opportunities in Lansing that they have for lead-based paint programs and things to help communities and things too. And I enjoy fixing up homes.
Yeah, that's fun, especially when you get to design them.
Yeah, the one with the dead cats I took down to the studs.
Yeah, and rebuilt the whole thing.
Yeah,
Yep.
the only thing that stayed was the windows.
Oh, wow.
Mm,
Nice. Did you
literally.
change the floor plan and everything of that home?
I did. Sometimes different people, you get different people in there that give you ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And it was only 620 square feet. So somebody gave me an idea of moving this, opening this, made a difference. And it's a
Yeah.
cute little house.
Nice. If you
Yeah.
could start over today with all the knowledge that you have, is there anything that you would do differently?
You know what? I just think you just got to have ambition, get through all the no's, and don't think that it comes easy. You just got to keep working hard, chin up, chest out, and keep going,
Yep.
you know?
Absolutely. Is there any business book that you've read that you could recommend to anybody starting out, or what is your favorite business book that you've read?
I've always enjoyed a lot of John Maxwell's things, leadership, highly accessible people. But I enjoy going to more conferences and kind of watching people, shadowing people, podcasts and things too. So I'm not a big book reader. I've always liked when I've been at conferences and somebody would speak and they'd give us the book, and then I'd really be jazzed. But I can't say that I'm one of those people that read books from start to finish.
I'm not either. Perfectly fine. I get
Yeah.
started, then I get sidetracked, and I put it down, then I pick it up months later. I'm like, oh, I never finished that.
I'm always hungry to learn, though. I'm always searching out different people, not necessarily from the area, just all over, learning new ideas.
Yeah, definitely. Before we go today, how can people get a hold of you?
My cell phone is best because when people call me, they get me directly on my cell phone.
That's awesome. Perfect. Is there anything else you want to share with everyone before we go?
No, I mean, anything else you guys want to talk about?
No, we should be good here. Hey, thanks for coming on and sharing your story with us today.
Are these working? Here we go.
Oh, there we go. I think that worked. Should we tell them?
Mine keeps falling. It doesn't like my voice.
What do we got to tell them?
Subscribe.
Subscribe. What do we got to point at? Hey, I think there's a subscription button. Like,
It might be there.
might be right there too,
Somewhere.
somewhere.
Find it. It's red.
Yeah, and it's
Red.
blue. It's green. I don't really know.
It's a color.
This mic isn't even attached. Did you plug these in? Well, I guess.
I wonder if they can hear us.
Yeah. I wonder if they hear us. Well, we should probably tell them if they can hear us. We should probably tell them also give us a 5-star review if they're listening on Apple. That'd be cool.
5
5-star
stars,
review.
guys.
Share it with everybody they can think of.
We won't take
But-
4 stars.
I mean, Taylor, I don't even think these are on. I mean,
No, I don't think this is working.
This is not working.